Hello everyone, and welcome back to DMG. I actually record a lot of my music onto cassette tapes to listen to it. And it is a well-known fact that the tape that you're using, the actual cassette, as well as the deck, really contributes to how good your music will sound. If you just go out and get a generic normal cassette like this one, normal bias, it'll sound okay, and your music will, it'll still work, but if you really want better sound, you're going to want to step up to a chrome tape like this, or even a metal or FECR tape. Now this tape here is the TDK SA90. I actually have opened one of these and I've already heard how it sounds with regular music, but it seemed like a super bassy cassette. So I wanted to see just how low I can push it. So I'm going to be recording super low frequencies onto it and seeing how accurately it can play them back. But before we do that, I just want to look at some of the marketing on this. So super high resolution, low noise, basically every cassette you will ever see says that on it. Now, this made me laugh. CD energy mechanism reduces modulation noise. What does that mean? What is a CD energy mechanism? And what is modulation noise? I'm pretty sure they just made that up to put on the cassette because you will not see those words anywhere else. Now, this graph they have, although it is slightly confusingly drawn in typical 90s marketing style, it does look like it goes down to 20 hertz. And it says it can still do 20 decibels at 20 hertz, which that's a pretty low frequency. Like most subwoofer bass is in the range of like 10 to 100 hertz. That, like, usually 50 is around the crossover frequency from what I know. Now this is a high bias tape, as I think I've already said. Now, this 71 decibel dynamic spectral output, what does that mean? I also have no clue. Why is it 71 decibels? I'm pretty sure that like 20 decibels is pretty much the highest you can push any tape deck or tape. I don't know if that's referring to noise floor, not quite sure. But let's try it out. Now I'm opening a new sealed tape that has never been recorded on for this one. There we go. So tapes that have never been recorded on are of course going to give you the best sound. These aren't super expensive tapes, so I don't feel too bad doing this for the video. There we go. So yeah, basically this is the Lamborghini of cassette tapes. Now this Sony TC-D5M that we're using is a super great sounding deck. I'm going to fast forward this manually a bit till we get to there, so that I can start at the leader when I actually record music that's not ear rape onto it. There we go. So this Sony deck, the TC-D5M, is absolutely fantastic. It's one of the best, like, small portable recorders out there. It's stereo. It has a very nice balanced sound, and its noise floor is as clean as boys' browser history. But without any further ado, let me show you the torture test that I will be performing on this cassette. If we just look up here, screen recording is too much of a bother for just this. I've created this custom EQ. Now you can see it only goes down to 31 hertz. in the Sound Blaster control panel, but I'm just gonna assume that everything below. It's not that it just stops at 31 hertz. Like the sound card is going to probably output things below 31 hertz regardless, but I won't be able to actually adjust it. I've got this custom EQ and then like an NCS bass test over there on my other monitor. And then I hope this works. This is an oscilloscope connected to the left line out of the tape deck. I will not be able to connect both left and right to the same thing, so I hope this works. But I mean, without any further ado, alright, so now it is receiving sound from the computer. I'm gonna hit play. Okay, so we're at the part of the song without any bass. Let's see if I can fast forward it a bit. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna zoom out on the oscilloscope. Look at that just fat bass. Just the fat chunky bass. That waveform. Alright, so this is just a super low frequency waveform. Wow. That's pretty much lower than my headphones can handle. I can hear them like crackling out. So if this tape can accurately reproduce this, I will be amazed. The VU meters on the deck are going so high. They're not peaking. I'm going to turn it down a bit though. But they are moving so much that the record light is flickering. Yeah, there you go. I think the camera can see that. Alright, so what we were just hearing was just, or hearing and seeing, was just from the computer. I'm going to rewind the tape until the counter hits 0, which is where I started it. And of course it'll start at the part where there was not those low frequencies yet. And we'll just see how this goes. Ooh, that's a bit rough. So I think you can see the waveforms are a lot spikier than they were just from the PC. And it sounds different. You're getting a bit of tape hiss as well. Now, you probably saw me go in and turn on Dolby Noise Reduction just to see if that would change anything. But it is reproducing the signals, to be fair. To be completely fair, it is reproducing them. But, of course, doesn't sound as clear as the original digital one. So, here's the oscilloscope. On the left, it'll be playing from the digital, and on the right, it'll be playing from the cassette, and just compare the waveform. And then I'll also put audio snippets, and then in the bottom of the screen, say which it's playing from. So I'm going to plug it into my PC right now and record those snippets from the cassette. Now, I may do a future video comparing, you know, what this tape versus other tapes can achieve when it comes to this amount of bass. Like this crazy of a low frequency. Because if this one doesn't handle it too well, I'd love to see one of these try. And I mainly use these for dictation, like if I need to record my voice or something. They're pretty good for that because your voice doesn't really have that much of a range, you know? Alright, Audacity time. Oh, wrong monitor. So I've just got it going into my computer's line in. Alright, so there's just your tape hiss. If I turn on Dolby Noise Reduction, that just pretty much goes away. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's our bass. That is some beefy chunks of bass. So then I will put the original waveform under it. I'm just gonna download that video and then put it under there. Alright, that waveform looks a bit different. I'll just compare this a bit. I'm gonna turn off my equalizer and switch back to speakers. Oh yeah, I turned it way down. There we go. So I'm gonna go solo on the original track. And of course you're hearing this through my speakers, but just to get a general idea. And then that's the cassette. Alright, so we can definitely, I think I'll put a better version of that somewhere in the video, I might, but we can definitely hear there is a slight difference, but honestly for a cassette that is not bad at all. I am going to end the video here. If you want to see more cassette videos, subscribe and leave a comment. That's it for this video though. Thank you everyone for watching and see you next time.